Good morning, children. Welcome to the English session today. Today we shall be talking about 10th standard, First Flight. Your book's name is First Flight, and we shall be talking about the poem Dust of Snow, written by Robert Frost. He has given a combination of it is dust of snow and fire and ice. So these are both. You can just open your textbook and look into. How long are these poems? Hardly there are 2 stanzas, 4 lines each. Within 8 lines, what actually he is trying to explain. Let us say something about Robert Frost. He was born on 16th of March 1874. And at that time, he has almost all of his poems, when we look into, he has written about the life. Do you think writing the experiences or giving the experiences on life, is it possible within this 8 lines? But look into the depth he has used. The words are very simple. You can understand very easily. But the depth and the experience is too very intense. You will find this one in his poem. The words are very clear. Let's go with the first poem, Dust of Snow. You can see the glossary here. We have given it as the way of crow. The crow symbolizes joy. It symbolizes joy in this poem. First look into the glossary and make a note in your textbook, and then you go with the following of your lesson. Crow symbolizes joy. Hemlock is poison. This is a poisonous plant. Then rude is given here. You are supposed to pronounce it as ruined, held in regret. That is the ruined part. Start with the poem. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had ruined. It's as simple, but I'll explain you. It is very simple. The way a crow, it is symbolizing. Actually, just say into, he has taken 2 of the words here. It's crow and hemlock, which almost gives you a negative feeling. Crow is not that very beautiful. It is a black one, and hemlock is a poisonous tree. It's not giving you a positive feeling here. But the snow is giving you a positive one, the white one, the pleasure you have, and you see you're happy with that one. Now see the combinations he has given here. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from the hemlock tree. This is one day poet was walking through the snowy area, and it was like everywhere you see the snow, and the snow is white, and sometimes it happens so we are very sad in that particular. It's not that very pleasure. The total white, and there is nothing colorful in between. You go to that area, you're walking, and slowly after he was walking too, and he went and stood under a small tree. He did not realize that was a hemlock tree. But it was a hemlock tree, symbolizes that he was in distress. He was in little sadness. He goes and stands there. As soon as somebody goes and stands there, we see that it is whatever the creatures above the tree, they just make a movement and fly off. So that way the crow was sitting there, and that crow flies off from them. So the hemlock tree symbolizes here, it's like poison. So obviously it is going into the negative part. He walks and he goes and stands under this tree, which is again symbolizing the sadness, and that crow just pushes. When it is making a fly, it gives little pressure onto the branch, where some of the dust particles or the snow particles falls onto him. As the very cold snow particles, he was in sadness, falls onto him. Suddenly at that particular point, his mood changes. These are the small things which changes your mood, and you have to make a change to get along in your life, is the point he wants to stress here. Clear? It is continuously the whole day he was in sadness. The snow is symbolizing little of the sadness there. Continuously he was in sadness, and he even comes to the hemlock tree, and there also he is not having any pleasure. But a small crow, small action gives him a change in the mood, and that is the change in his life. That is what he is trying to say in the first stanza. From a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day that I have ruined. Here in 2 ways you can take. The day he has started, it was in sadness, and slowly he moved off and he reached to the hemlock tree, and suddenly there was a change in his mood. The day which he has wasted, now he realizes that this waste I should not do. I should not continue this waste of my time. Rather, I should make it an enjoyable one. The rest of the day at least should not go in wastefulness. The rest of the day at least it should turn out to be the positive one or something creative one. The second part you can take it is not a day but the life. The life he has made a journey of, it was not that very exciting, and from this particular, the small incident gave him the expression, gave him the pleasure there, and he wants to change the life from here, and he don't want to waste his life thinking about the whatever had taken place in the past and thinking about that whatever has gone with the waste of, but he wants to make a change and he wants to make a pleasure in his life, bring happiness in his life. That says the second stanza. And a change in a mood and saved some part of the day I have ruined. I had ruined. I have already ruined thinking about the sadness, but no use. Now that change has come into my life and I want to make it a positive one. This way, this poem gives you the moral saying that it is, sometimes even a small incident may prove to be a great significance. It's just a small incident, a snow falling on your body, and that coolness is just changing your mood. The poem teaches us to gain happiness from the little things. So that comes to an end of this poem. The second poem will be your Fire and Ice, written by again Robert Frost.